Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This presentation is for International Science and Social Science Innovation Competition ISIC 2 for category number 2 poster presentation Innovation Idea Without Product, subcategory Social Science. My, my name is Aiman and today I will be representing on behalf of other members from Polytechnic Unku, which is Mama Aiman Syafiq bin Tahrim, Muhammad Bazli bin Muhammad, and our supervisor Mazina binti Mustafa for project title Smart e-Pusara. Smart e-Pusara is a mobile application that will help users to reduce the time taken for searching the grave, or in other words, to help navigate the user to the exact location of the grave based on the deceased information inserted in using our mobile application. This application will be available on Google Play Store for Android users. Next, for the problem statement. An individual who rarely visits the graveyard will tend to forget the location of their friends or family grave. There are a few probabilities that lead to this problem, and one of them is they remember the grave based on the surrounding object near the grave. For example, people usually remember the grave based on the tree around the grave. But one day, when the tree is being cut down, this problem will occur. So with our application, user can search for grave just with a few clicks. For our objective, we are divided into three. This is the first one, to develop an application that can manage the records of cemetery or graveyard. The second objective is to design an interface that can be easily understood and can be used by users from all ages. The third one is to test this application as a center of information regarding graveyard management. The next, we have product design. So product design is our interface when the user log in when the user using our application, they will see this page, this login page. If the user already have an account, they can just simply log in by clicking this button, or for a new user, they can click sign up. And then after they log in into our application, they will see our home page with a few features available. So the first feature is add new data, favorite, augmented reality or AR, setting, and tutorial. Also, search bar. This is what will pop up when they use our when they click on add new data. They need to fill this form in order for them to register a new disease data. They only need to register their disease name, the death date, and the lot number. They also can add photo, and then click on submit to confirm. And this is the data that has been inserted by the user, and they can click on navigate to navigate them to the location of the grave. Uh, this is the this is what will pop up when they click on navigate. So, for example, this user they want to look for the grave at lot number 1. So the lot number 1 will be highlighted and the message will pop. This is the location of the grave you are looking for. So it will be much more easier for the user to look for the grave as the grave is already highlighted here. Moving on, the methodology that we use for our application to build our application is prototyping. Prototyping is a process model used to develop software. The main purpose of the prototyping model is to satisfy the customer needs. There are a few components in prototyping methodology. First one is initial requirement. Initial requirement is when the developer collect the information from the user based on their problem and how the developer can solve their problem. And after initial requirement, we move to another process, another phase, which is a design phase. This is when we design our interface, how our application will look, and all that. After finishing our design, we move to prototyping, which we will build the exactly same as the final product to be tested by the customer or supervisor. And then after being tested, we will review and update based on the feedback given to us. And when all this happen, after all this, we can decide whether we want to redesign our prototype or we can move to the development phase if the customer satisfied with our product. If not, we will uh, do this phase again until the customer is satisfied. The customer is satisfied, we move to the development where we will build the final product to be launched to the user. And then we will run another test to make sure there is no runtime error and all that. And after doing the test, the final phase is to maintain, such as update and repair bugs and other more. Next one, we have system flow. This is the system flow for our application, starting with the user and user. If the user have an account, they can directly log in into our application. And if they don't have an account, they can create account and then log in into our application. After they have logged into our application, they will go to our home page and they can decide they want to add new data using our AR or search. If they choose to add new data, they will then can, can add new data and then submit to confirm the data they inserted, and they can have an option to add it as a favorite, and then it will pop up in the favorite list. And then the process will end. If they choose augmented reality, they will play a video in the augmented reality, and same goes to search. When they click on search, the data of the disease that they have inserted will pop up, and then they can click on navigate to navigate them to the grave location. As in a conclusion, we really hope that Smart e-Pusara or SEP can help user to navigate their way to the exact location of the grave when the user enter the disease information using our mobile application. With this project, user will no longer need to waste their time searching for the grave location anymore, as our system will help navigate them. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.